Me and my wife's heard people walking up there when there's nobody up there.
They'll see the light in this room turn on and turn off by itself.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's some weird stuff going on.
Yeah, he got scared and left the lights on up there.
Whoa. Hello? And then we have a board and a...
No way.
We were looking around here and we discover a Ouija board. Is it the energy of whatever is attached to those boards that made those lights go off? Whoa.
The hair on my arms is standing up.
That was the same voice.
It was.
What the hell? I almost hear a faint "I will." Whoa. Is the reason that Roger is having strange things happen up here because he brought in those Ouija boards? All right, Dave, we are officially back in Clarksburg, West Virginia, at a place that we investigated 4 years ago.
I know, it doesn't seem like it's been that long ago, and it's kind of crazy to be back in this building.
I know, yeah, the owner, Roger, had contacted us 4 years ago because he was having some pretty unexplainable things happening, not only in the antique store downstairs, but specifically in these apartment areas above his store, which are no longer in use. He uses them to store antiques, but so there's never anyone up here, and he'll hear footsteps coming from up here. He'll hear doors opening and closing up here. But there's a new phenomena that has been reported recently, and we'll talk about that when we get to the room where it apparently takes place.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's some weird stuff going on.
I remember there was some interesting EVP activity that we captured here, as well as strange footsteps and movement while we were up here last time, so I'm excited to see what we catch tonight.
Me too. It's just me and Ryan this time, though. Last time we had 4, and now it's just the 2 of us.
Which is probably a good thing, because Roger has gotten so many more antiques. He is storing all of his antiques that he's not selling up here in these apartments. And he's gotten so much more stuff, I don't think we could have 4 people walk up here.
No.
Which
No.
you'll see here in a second. Hello? Is there anyone up here? Now, if we remember, the main activity that occurred in these apartments was from apartment A, which is the one that I'm standing in right now. I'm at the threshold of apartment A. And Roger told us some strange stories.
But the people that's lived in those apartments, especially one apartment up there, there was 3 different families told us about cups of coffee that would materialize, even when they didn't have coffee made.
And they spilled it on.
And they spilled it, and they heard doors open and people walking. None of them ever seen anything. There has to be something to that, because none of the 3 families ever met or knew each other. In fact, one of them was from Alabama. It's just kind of strange. Now, I never seen anything. Of course, we never lived upstairs.
Probably one of the weirdest claims of paranormal activity that I've ever heard of. Strange cups of coffee would appear when no one was making coffee. Which I could go for some coffee.
Yeah, me too.
So if anyone wants to make us a cup of coffee while we're here, just feel free to leave it sit anywhere, and we'll be greatly appreciated. We'll be greatly appreciative. We'll be appreciated.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's crazy how much extra stuff that Roger has gotten up here, but on our walkthrough earlier, when we were getting B-roll, we found a couple of things that we think might be leading to the activity up here.
Yes. Things that we don't remember seeing up here before, because Roger's wife, Claudia, was downstairs in her workout room, and from up above, she said she heard just these thunderous footsteps that she thought it was Roger coming in to come and see her. And when she walked upstairs, there was nobody in here, and nobody had been in the building. The cameras that they have for security didn't pick up anybody. Footsteps are a very common form of activity here, so we're gonna have to listen very closely while we're here tonight to see if we can hear those footsteps.
Absolutely.
One family in apartment B heard people walking and doors opening and shutting, but they never seen anything. There wasn't any coffee in there.
Yeah, they'd always left their lights on.
Yeah, he got scared and left the lights on up there.
Now this is the room where last time we were here, when we weren't even rolling on our cameras, we had completely taken a break, and a K2 meter that we had set up on a flat metal tray on a table, the K2 meter just fell onto the floor and scared the hell out of all of us.
The K2 meter's laying on the floor right here. Just thrown. We don't even know where it was at.
I had set it, whenever we were done, I had set it on this little metal tray right here.
Yeah, it was like right here.
Now we can't claim that it was paranormal because we weren't rolling on the cameras, but it was a really strange occurrence of poltergeist activity to have that K2 meter, which was sitting on a flat surface, just end up on the floor.
Very bizarre.
I mean, do you remember that?
I do remember it. I actually think it was this room right here.
It was this room?
Yeah, because the table is still right over there.
Oh, there is the metal tray.
But it's just folded up.
That is the metal tray that it was sitting on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're right, it was this room right here. Which I think we were using this room kind of like a base camp for equipment whenever we were up here last time. But if you look at it now, I mean, there's no way we could fit any equipment in there whatsoever.
Nothing.
Roger is quite the collector, and he has, in the past 4 years, he's really been a busy boy collecting. And here's the first of our 2 very interesting discoveries that we had on this second floor. Roger says a lot of the activity is still centered in this apartment. We were looking around here, and what do we discover when we're doing our walkthrough for B-roll? But we discover a Ouija board sitting up here on the table. Now, of course, we ourselves don't use Ouija boards because we are more scientific in our approach to investigating, but there's many people that believe that when the Ouija board is used, that it can hold energies from past communication and even have energies or spirits attached to them. And who knows where this board came from? Who knows what it was used for, who used it, and it's possible that maybe there might be some activity attached to that board, and we'll have to try and test that while we're here tonight.
What is weird to me is that both of the boards are in both of the apartments where the activity is happening.
Right.
So maybe that leads something to it, maybe it doesn't. But do we want to walk down and check out the other apartments?
Yeah, let's go to B, because that is the apartment where the other board is, and that is where the other activity is happening.
Let's do it. And there it is.
There it is. The second of the 2 Ouija boards is right here on this chair. So, I mean, the activity from this apartment actually occurs in this next room down here. And it's just strange to me. I mean, it's very weird. It's a weird coincidence that the 2 apartments that Roger and Claudia are claiming the activity is coming from are the only 2 apartments where there are spirit boards or spirit communication boards sitting just open and out on a chair and on a table.
Yeah.
You want to walk down to that room where the strange activity is happening?
Let's do it.
And I'm also going to state, I don't know if you can see this or not, Dave. When I put this battery on this light, it was a full battery. I mean, I checked it to make sure it was full. We've only been up here for 5 minutes. Like 8 or 9 minutes, actually, at most. And the battery is almost drained.
Let me see. Wow.
And it was a full battery because I checked on the battery bank itself because it has a tester button so you know how much power it has.
Mm-hmm.
And when I put it on the light, it was a full charge. And 10 minutes later, it's gone. And yours is full, still has full battery, right?
It does.
Well, if you used that energy, some people believe that you can use energy from these electronic devices that we have to make things happen. You're more than welcome to make stuff happen tonight. Dave and I are just here to talk to you, whoever is here. This room right here, the neighbors who live next door, unfortunately, we couldn't, get in touch with them because they are out very late. They own a restaurant locally that is open late, so they don't get home until very late. And the weird thing is they'll get home and they'll say that the light in this room is on. They'll see the light in this room turn on and turn off by itself. And of course, being that they live right next door, they can see the windows very clearly. And they know that nobody really comes up here except for when Roger is bringing more antiques up here.
Right.
So it's strange. What is causing these lights to turn on and off? There's no electrical malfunctions going on in this building because we know Roger, and we know Roger takes care of the buildings that he owns. So if there was an electrical problem, he would have taken care of it. But these lights will turn on and off by themselves, so maybe that'll happen to us while we're here tonight. That would be amazing.
I hope so.
This third apartment over here is apartment C. So we saw A, then we saw B, now we're about to go to apartment C, and that's where Jason and I had some interesting activity last time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that was clear footsteps right out in the hallway. Was that you?
What?
I just heard a whisper.
No, I just kind of licked my lips.
I heard that, but I thought I heard a whisper there. Definitely listen back to that, because I thought I heard a whisper there. Okay, that was clear footsteps right out in the hallway. Was that you?
What?
Was that you?
What?
I just heard a whisper.
Wait a minute.
What?
Isn't this your flashlight?
That is my flashlight.
Didn't you lose? You bought a flashlight the same model as that because you lost that one and didn't know what happened to it.
Yes.
I know the other one is out in the car because I saw it before we came in here. So that's your flashlight, isn't it?
It is from the last time we were here.
And it's probably sitting in the exact same spot where it was for 4 years. For 4 years, this flashlight has been sitting on this cabinet because Dave left it sit there when we were here last time. What are the chances of that?
I always wondered where it went and what happened to it because I really liked that flashlight. And turns out it was literally in my own backyard.
Literally, because your parents live so close to this place, and it was literally not even a block away from your parents' house.
No, that's weird.
Does it still work? Hold on. Hey,
Yep.
It's still got battery.
It definitely still works.
Oh, that's weird. Literally, as soon as I turned that light on, my camera light died. That was weird timing, because it was like as soon as I hit the button for this shut off.
Ah, that is weird.
But it's good, though, because now I can just do that. These are the happy accidents that happen. This place is pretty interesting. I mean, as far as history goes, not much is known. Roger doesn't know of anyone that would have passed away up here or anybody whose spirit might be trapped up here, but there is a theory that antiques and items can hold energy, and these items that Roger collects come from all different places. And there could be some energy or even some intelligent spirits attached to these items, which is why I think we should do an experiment. A brand new experiment that I thought of. And Dave, you know about this because I brought it with us.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back down to the car and let's show him the experiment we're going to try tonight.
Hold on, though.
Yeah.
Before we go to do your experiment, I also have something new that we're going to be doing in every episode. All right. So, I had this idea several years ago to do this, but every one of these that I've gotten has been broken, and I finally got one that works. It's a vintage Polaroid camera, and for every episode from here on out, we are going to be taking a Polaroid of either Ryan or I in the location, and we want you guys to leave a comment in the comments section that says, I want to win that Polaroid. We're going to take the Polaroid, we're going to sign it, and send it to whoever wins, and we're going to do that in every single episode.
That's right.
So we're going to go ahead and take the photo now. So, all right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right. So we're going to let this, we're going to let this develop, and one of you guys could win this photo. And like I said, from here on out, every episode that we do, as long as we can find these Polaroids, we're going to be doing this. So leave your comment down below, and whoever wins, it'll be a random pick. We don't pick these, we put it into a generator, and whoever wins, wins. All right, let's go check out what your idea is, because it's a little more involved and a little creepier.
All right, everyone. Say hello to Miss Molly, the soon-to-be haunted doll.
That's right.
So we are going to be taking Miss Molly on every single investigation that we go on, because we hear all sorts of stories about how dolls can be haunted and can have energies attached to them. Well, I had bought this doll from an antique store, which is and appears to be not haunted. So we're going to take it to so many haunted locations, and while we're there, we are going to let any of the energies or spirits know that if they want to attach themselves to the doll, they can go ahead and do that. And we're going to do that until we have ourselves a haunted doll, as an experiment to see if it can happen. So we're going to take Molly in there tonight and see if we can make Molly, the soon-to-be haunted doll, Molly the haunted doll.
Absolutely.
You ready to get started?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, so all the cameras are set up. We're ready to leave this place empty while we go and get something to eat to see what happens when the cameras are alone and the equipment is alone. We had an experiment that we wanted to try on this abandonment because we had a little bit of a feeling, a little bit of an inkling that maybe the boards might have something to do with the unexplainable activity up here. So we have in apartment A here, the board that's in here is actually propped up with a REM pod right here. And then we have a board in a...
No way. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. But we're going to leave you all alone up here so you can feel comfortable to do it with us not staring at you.
And then there's a board in apartment B that we put more down on the floor, propped up against the side of one of the cabinets with a millimeter. And then we have another camera in apartment B pointed down the... No, I got that completely backwards. Apartment B has the other board on the floor, leaned up against... Every time I say board.
Is it you? No.
No. It was like the last time it went off, I said board. And then this time when I said board, that time it went off.
Weird.
Did you hear that? The other board is in apartment B with the camera and the millimeter, and then we have another camera in apartment C, which is where Jason and I caught that strange voice, or what we think is a strange voice, 4 years ago.
Right.
So let's leave these cameras set up, see what happens. We'll come back in, just you, I, and Miss Molly, the soon-to-be haunted doll.
We should have left her up here.
Ooh, we should have.
Maybe you go grab her, and I'm going to do the relieving.
Okay.
All right. So Ryan went down to grab little Miss Molly because we're going to be starting our experiment of leaving Molly in all of these haunted locations that we're going to. And we're going to see... Whoa. We're going to see if maybe some of the spirits will attach themselves to this doll that we're bringing around with us, because you always hear of these haunted dolls, these haunted items, specifically haunted dolls, and we're going to see if we can create a haunted doll. So if there are any spirits in here listening to me, you're already figuring out how to use that device over there by the spirit board. We're going to leave a doll here, and we want you to connect yourself to that doll, to put your spirit in that doll.
Dave, is that in there with you?
Huh?
That REM pod going off, is that in there with you?
No.
As soon as I came in the door, I heard a REM pod going off somewhere.
This one blipped one time.
Oh, one of these was going nuts.
Oh, wow.
I don't know which one it was.
I don't either. Maybe you could sit her up here behind the spirit board.
Get your legs uncrossed there, Molly. Wonder if you can see her. You sure can. Before I leave her there, though, just wanted to give them a close-up on Miss Molly here. So Miss Molly is going to be hanging out in here during abandonment. Dave had the idea to put her right here behind the board. So we're going to make Miss Molly sit right there.
Spirits, I was already talking to you about what we want you to do with this doll. This is the doll we want you to attach yourself to. If that's something you can do. If you want to leave this apartment, this building, you're not allowed to attach yourself to me or Ryan. You have to attach yourself to that doll. But with that, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. It's been a minute since we've done this, but...
It sure has. I'm going to step into this room to get out of your blast radius.
No comment. Alright, here we go.
My goodness, he alerted the authorities. Here they come.
There they are.
All right. Let's hit the road.
Remember, there's Molly. Attach yourself to her. All right, we are back from abandonment. It's time to unlock the door here and see if anything's happening. Maybe Molly has become haunted at this point.
Maybe Molly has moved. That would be creepy.
That would be really weird.
Got it. We're back.
She's still there.
She's still there.
Did you attach yourself to this doll? I'm gonna go ahead and cut on this.
Okay.
Whoops. Everything seems to be in place.
Nothing moved. At least we know that. But what I really want to know is that sound that I heard, one of the REM pods or this millimeter going off as soon as I entered when I went out to get Molly.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that was this one by the board.
I don't know. It's possible.
If it is, that'd be pretty creepy.
That would be, yeah, because like we said before we got started, the other one was going off with the other board.
Right.
So, all right, you ready to get all this stuff picked up and start the first session?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, so we are getting ready to get started here. We are currently in apartment B. And this is, of course, the apartment where in this room that I'm standing in, the neighbors see this light in here turn on and off all the time. So maybe that'll happen tonight, but we also have down behind Dave here, we have the EMF candle. So when that candle detects EMF, it'll either turn off or when it detects EMF, it'll turn back on. We've had some interesting experiences with that in the past where the candle has gone off on command. So we'll see what happens here. In Miss Molly's lap, we have the EDI plus meter, which logs data of temperature, air pressure, humidity, EMF, vibration. So we'll be able to know if any environmental changes occur around our soon-to-be haunted doll. Is there anyone here with us? My name is Ryan, and this is Dave, and we come as visitors. Our friend Roger said that he hears a lot of strange things up here. Footsteps, doors opening and closing. And our job is to come in here and find out if you're here. What'd you hear?
Like a scratching sound.
Hello? If you made a noise, can you do it again so we know where you are?
If you remember us from last time that we were here, can you let us know by making a sound? Or you can try to pick up that candle right there, and it'll turn off. It'll let us know that you can hear us talking to you.
I have a question that I think would be interesting to have answered. Any of the lights that we've seen go off tonight, whether it be the one that makes noise when it lights up, or maybe that candle, or the lights in the hallway. If the answer to this question is yes, can you make any one of these lights go off? Is the reason that Roger is having strange things happen up here is because he brought in those boards, those Ouija boards?
If that's the reason you're here, because of those Ouija spirit boards, make a sound, please.
Can someone turn on this light in here for us? We hear it comes on by itself.
Is there something in here, one of the items that Roger brought up here, that you're attached to? If that's the case, can you touch one of the devices that we brought? You wanna walk down here?
We're going into the Halloween room. I'm going to sit you on top of this board, okay?
Did you just make kissy sounds to that doll?
No, that was the camera on the table squeaking when I set it down. What do you think I'm over here like?
I literally thought that's what you did.
It was the camera squeaking on the table.
Oh my god.
I'm not that attached to the doll.
Yet.
Not yet. Oh, interesting. Can you see that? There's one light of EMF on the EDI plus meter right now.
What?
Let me move it back and see if that goes up. It's not the TV. So, yeah, see, look.
Weird.
Let me go ahead and switch the display on this so you can see the EMF that it's giving off. So we got about 2 milligauss here. Moving back away from the board. When you get to the floor, let me Let me look at this. So down at the floor, we're at like a normal 0.1.2. We bring it up, and it comes up to about a 2. And then it completely dissipates when you take it up, back down closer to a 0 again, the higher I go.
So we've got like a mid-level EMF stream here.
Yes. But where it's coming from... Oh, the further I walk this way, look at that.
Is it getting stronger?
It's up to like a 3 right here.
There could be something down in the antique shop.
It's coming from this light right here.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm not tall enough to reach it, but it goes up the higher I put it up towards this light. Well, it's about constant all the way straight down through the center of this room. Like a 3.5. Okay, we're back down to a 0 right here. And then I bring it over this way to the board, and it's back up to a 2.7, 2.8.
And there is an outlet right there.
Is there? It's at a 0 when I put it back towards the outlet.
Really?
Yeah. That's at a 0.5 now. But when I bring it out away from the outlet and then up, it hits a 2 again. Right here at this chair. 2.5. What are you reading there?
4.7.
Gotcha. So,
There must be something going through this wall.
yeah. So those EMF readings are not reliable. Maybe we should move the board to the center of the room
Yeah.
where we had a 0. What did they say the name was? Thelma?
Thelma, yeah.
Is there someone here named Thelma?
Wait, remember last time the old lady?
Oh, yeah. You think her name may have been Thelma?
Maybe.
Ma'am, is your name Thelma?
If you're here with us, you can try and pick up our doll right there. Or we left a candle out there in the hallway on the bookshelf for you. You can try to pick that up too.
I tell you what, I'm going to try something here. Going to run a burst EVP session. Rolling EVP session, Davis apartment back in the Halloween room with the doll and the Ouija board. Placing on the table. I just put this box right here, and we think you can put your voice on it. If you stand in the center of the room and speak as loud as you can, we should be able to hear your voice on this box. Can you say hello?
Is there a lady by the name of Thelma up here? Do you know Roger?
Have you ever walked across the floor? It's a weird question, I'm sorry. Can they hear your footsteps downstairs? When we were gone earlier, we set up the Ouija boards with little lights that made noise. Is it the energy of whatever is attached to those boards that made those lights go off? Nothing. What are you doing over there?
Nothing. I'm definitely not snooping at stuff.
We're on an investigation and you're playing with the TV remote?
Yes. I have to touch things.
There we go. Finally.
Well, hello to anybody who may be in here with us. My name is Dave.
And I'm Ryan.
That's Ryan. And we have our friend Molly
Yes.
with us. And we came here to talk to you tonight. I'm holding a radio that you can use to communicate back to us. Like it's a microphone that you're talking into. Are you able to come through and tell us what your name is by using this?
Did that just say asshole?
That sounded like it.
What the hell?
I'm not trying to be. I thought I was very nice.
Did that just say asshole?
That sounded like it.
What the hell? That was so clear when it said asshole.
Yeah.
It was like, asshole.
Why'd you call me that?
Who's in this apartment right now? Because Roger and Claudia say there's someone up here. Who is here with us?
Are we in your home? Which apartment are we in? Can you tell us?
Was that you?
No, it wasn't me.
That wasn't me either. I thought it was because you were leaning on the table.
Maybe it was.
Maybe it was, he says. Maybe it was.
What are these things over here in this cabinet that I'm pointing to? What are those?
Is there anyone up here who wants some coffee? They used to have coffee up here all the time, and they say they would have cups of coffee up here.
Actually, I think I could go for some coffee. I'd like to smell some coffee. Could you brew some coffee for us? What?
Doesn't want to drink it, just wants to smell it.
That's right. Over there in the hallway, going down to the bathroom, there's a red light on that box. Can you try and touch that?
Alice? I thought it said Alice.
I heard that too.
That was very strange how it clearly said asshole.
Yeah,
Like,
that was very clear.
I can't wait to listen to that back and hear how clear that is. Did that just say asshole?
That sounded like it.
What the hell?
Yes, get your child.
That's right, gotta bring Molly with us. If there's any spirit interaction, I want them to attach right here. This is where they need to go, is right into Molly. We're doing some real scientific research right here.
Turn that back down a little bit.
Okay.
You want to go into the living room?
Let's do it.
Look at those purple lights right there. Look how pretty those are. I'd like for you to try and pick them up. Now, there's not much room in here, so
There isn't.
why don't we...
But that's perfect.
What?
That's perfect height to set the camera.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I know we explained this earlier, but there's a lot of energy that people have picked up on in this apartment, and we want to know who it is. And if anyone wants to leave because Roger doesn't necessarily want you here anymore, if you want to leave, your way out of here is to come with us in this doll. It's a pretty doll. And then you can come with us and we'll bring you to a bunch of other places. Go on a bunch of adventures. Do you want to do that? Will you do that for us? This is Molly right here. Can you say Molly?
Can you try to pick her up or push her over?
That was the same voice
It was.
over multiple sweeps. It was something on something me, yeah. Who was the woman that just spoke and said something, ma'am? What's your name? Don't want to what? We just want to know about you and your story and why you're here.
I was. Something?
Thought I heard tired. Are you tired?
It was the same voice right there.
Do you know Roger? Do you see all the things that he brings in here?
Are you attached to one of the items that he's brought in here?
What did that say?
I'm not sure. I thought maybe it said repeat it.
Huh. It's not what I heard, but
What did you hear?
what I heard is probably wrong. I thought I heard someone going. Thought I heard them say pooping. But I mean, I couldn't really make it out, so.
Who's the person who turned on the light over in the other room?
Just out of curiosity. Was that you?
It was.
Okay. It's in airplane mode. Just to see what comes through.
Tombstone. We will come.
Is there a tombstone in here? I didn't see a tombstone. Some people believe you can use this box right here to say words as well. And you can tell us your name, or you can tell us why you're here.
Who is that?
I'm Ryan, and that's Dave. What's your name?
Look closer.
Look closer where? You want to walk around? Leave this here?
All right, we're going to walk around the house here. You can try to use this device that's in my hand to come through and talk. We don't know if it actually works, but it's worth a shot. Can you tell us what day it is?
I heard that.
I just heard a noise come from apartment C. Was that you?
This is going to sound weird, but I've got major deja vu right now.
Really?
Yes. Standing here, recording you, the clock being behind you. As soon as I saw this frame on the camera that I'm looking at right now, that I'm filming, I just got a major deja vu moment, and I don't know why. Like, I've been here before at this exact angle filming you. And I know we've been here before, but
Yeah.
I don't remember filming this. I don't know. I can always watch back in the old episode and see if there's a shot like this, but
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
it was worth noting because it was a very
Gabriel.
strong deja vu moment.
Yeah.
It is real. The deja vu is real. What did it say?
Gabriel.
Is that your name, Gabriel? I heard the real. None of these lights have gone off since we've been back. We'd love to see more of them.
Yeah, look at that red light right there on the ground. It's right there on the floor. Can you try to touch that or pick it up or something or scoot it down towards me? It doesn't hurt you. Last time we were here, we felt
No way.
the presence of an elderly lady right here in this hallway.
I'm not sure.
Was that Thelma? Where does this go?
Forgive. Outside.
No, it didn't go outside. I don't know, Ryan. What do you think? Do you think we would have better luck if we split up and spend our own time in here?
Yeah, I think it's too small of a place with just the 3 apartments for us to be separated, so I think one of us should sit in the car while the other does a solo in here, and then we can swap. All right, Dave, we are officially getting ready to start solos. You're going to be in here all by yourself, and you're going to be doing something a little bit different, something we haven't done really in a long time with Paranormal Quest.
That's right. I'm excited to do it. And while I'm up here doing my solo, you're going to be out on the car.
I am.
Sitting down.
That's right. I'm going to be out there making sure that I'm out of your way. I'm going to be documenting it on this camera right here, so that everyone knows that I'm not in the building. I'm nowhere near it. Anything that you capture is paranormal if you capture anything. So, but the thing that you're going to be doing that's going to be different is going back to the old days of investigating like we used to, when we would come in with no equipment whatsoever.
Yes.
You're going to have a digital voice recorder to do some EVP sessions and the cameras, and that's pretty much it. The rest is going to be what you feel, what you sense, what you hear, and it's going to be free of any, let's say, distractions.
Yes.
That you might encounter, so.
Absolutely.
I'm going to head out.
All right.
Good luck, sir.
Best of luck to you.
I'll have a lot of luck in the car.
I'm sure. All right, so Ryan has left. You can hear him closing the door right now as we speak. And like we were saying, I'm going to do this basic, bare bones, old school type of way here. I know a lot of the times with paranormal investigating here on YouTube, it seems like we can get inundated and wrapped up and whatnot with all of these devices, and sometimes get lost in that, and we lose our personal touches, our senses, if you will, to just sit back, be quiet, and just listen and see if maybe that would help make some sort of communication. It's what we used to do. I've been doing this a long time. It's what we used to do way back in the olden days, before making money off of paranormal investigators was a hot commodity. So we're gonna go through all of these apartments here, spend about 20-30 minutes, and see what happens.
Okay. So I'm officially in the car. Dave is officially alone in there.
I'm gonna start over here in this living room.
And I forgot to turn the lights off on the way out like he told me to. But then again, I did have my hands full, so hopefully he flips those lights off.
And I just want to kind of tune in and see if I can pick up on anything. It might not be the most exciting portion of this episode, but
it blows my mind. But I just happened to look down and see this. It blows my mind that this flashlight has been sitting inside those apartments for nearly 4 years since Dave forgot it there. That's so weird. And yeah, it came back to us full circle. Wait a minute. Proof!
oh yeah.
It's literally sitting right here at the bottom of the stairs, his brand new version of this flashlight. Right there, so you can see, there's the one I found, there's Dave's new one.
Weird.
Literally, missing for 4 years, and found!
They've been reunited.
Lost but never forgotten.
That's right. Hi, everybody, or anybody. My name is Dave. I've been in here all night trying to make communication with you. And we've had a lot of toys and gadgets and devices and things that make a lot of noise and have a lot of lights on them. And it might seem a little bit silly to you, so I've put all of those away. And I'd like to have a conversation with you, if that's possible. The owner of the building, Roger, and his wife have said that they've heard walking from downstairs coming from up here. If that's you making those walking sounds, if you're just walking back and forth through your apartment, can you make this sound for me? I know this probably seems a little bit strange that I'm just standing here in your house talking to you. Or maybe I'm the ghost, and you're sitting in your house hearing me make sounds. And maybe the paranormal evidence that we experience is you just living your normal life. And vice versa.
While Dave is out in there, and I have nothing out here, I'm just going to be running seer with the car off to see what comes through. See if there's anything relevant to the apartment while he's in there.
I've got a device here. This is called a voice recorder. And I'm going to turn it on and still continue to ask you questions. And I'd like for you to maybe respond to me. This is Dave Solo, Apartment A. I'm going to set this down on the table. And I'd like to try to talk to you for 2 minutes. Can you tell me what your name is? Are you upset that Roger has brought all of these items into these apartments? That was outside. Can you hear me talking to you? If you'd like me to leave your apartment, can you say that on this device? Could you say goodbye? Okay. Let's play it back and see if we hear anything. Love that. Lock the doors again.
I'm gonna set this down on the table. I'd like to try to talk to you for 2 minutes. Can you tell me what your name is? Are you upset that Roger has brought all of these items into these apartments? I was outside.
Okay, so I didn't get anything on that recording. I'll try again in one of the other apartments. As I run into the door here. Is it okay that I'm up here talking to you?
If you're in there, can you move a door for Dave or flip the lights on so that he knows that you're in there? I'm pretty sure that's a backfiring motorcycle. Pretty sure. I hope at least.
Let's start with C. This is me coming in. There is another camera up here. Hello? Is there anybody in here? Anyone who would like to talk? I've put away all of the loud gadgets and noisemakers. It's just me. Now, see, guys, this is what I'm talking about. Just using your body for senses because the hair on my arms is standing up. Are you here? You don't have to be afraid. I don't know why you would be afraid, because this is your house. And I'd just like to sit down here and have a talk with you. Is that okay? Can we sit down and have a chat? Would you mind shutting the door here so we could talk? This is apartment C. For the camera, this is folder A, recording 3. Last one was recording A, file 2. Let's see, I'm going to set this. My name is Dave, and I've been in here all night with my friend Ryan. Have you seen us walking around in here? You know, I'm only here to listen to your story if you have one to tell. Is there something you'd like to talk about? If you can hear me talking, could you let me know by shutting the door right there? Well, I hope you're at peace here and not stuck here.
Or can you go inside the building where Dave is and knock something over? Move anything. It can be one of the things around him. It can be the doll that we brought with us. You can move any of that stuff to show us that you're here and that you can hear us.
You know, I'm only here to listen to your story if you have one to tell. Is there something you'd like to talk about? Okay, so nothing on that one either. So let's continue walking around apartment C. There's something about this area right here. Like, that probably won't show up, but my hair stands up every time I come right here. I don't know why. There could be something naturally occurring right here. Is there anybody in here with me? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and make my way over to the third apartment here. I'm gonna go ahead and let myself out. Have a good night.
what Roger and Claudia could be experiencing whenever they are having these unexplainable things happen, it could be residual, which has nothing to do with anyone passing away or spirits. There's theories that energy can be trapped inside of a building, and that things can replay themselves. Sounds, sights, smells can appear in an unexplainable fashion. And the strange things they could be experiencing may not be predictable or intelligent or able to communicate at all. It might be just the years that this place was in operation, the people living up there when they were apartments, when those rooms and hallways were apartments. Or it could be from when that was the home of the man that first used this building as just a general store. When he opened it as a general store, he lived up there. So it could just be time and energy replaying itself in a way that isn't able to be captured on command.
Is there anybody in apartment B here? I'm over in the kitchen if you'd like to come in and talk. It's a beautiful home that you have here. And I'd like to thank you for letting me in. I'm standing outside the room where the light turns on sometimes by itself. That's what we've been told. Could you turn this light on for me in this room? Can you turn the light on for me?
Last time with Seer, I'll delete every single file because nothing has come through. Oh, look at that. Immediately got men with swords. Is that why you're in there? All of the swords that are on the bed? It's just a long shot. Just trying to make some sort of possible lead towards answers, communication in some way. Can you show us what it is that brought you here? Or what it is your energy is attached to, if it's one of the items up there?
Can you see me walking around? I've got a device in my hand here. It's just a digital voice recorder. It's a tape recorder, whatever you want to call it. It records my voice. It records your voice. If you would allow me to do so. So I'm going to go ahead and start a tape recording here. And I'm going to set this down. It's got a little red light on it. I'd like for you to come up and talk to me. Could you tell me what your name is? How long have you lived here? Do you like living in West Virginia? Is there anything that I can do to help you? Do you have a message for anybody? Do you remember what I told you my name was? Okay. Last one here, guys. Let's play this back and see if maybe we captured something.
Start a tape recording here. And when I set this down, it's got a little red light on it. I'd like for you to come up and talk to me. Could you tell me what your name is? How long have you lived here?
The thing about these private cases when we go in is we always try and make sure that there's not something else going on, whether someone is making it up for attention or someone is having trouble with their mental health. We want to make sure that that is not the cause of the phenomena or the cause of the reports. And the thing about this one that makes it so interesting is Roger is a very old-fashioned guy. He is not the type to make this stuff up because he doesn't even really believe in this stuff. Or at least he says he doesn't understand it. So if Roger says he's hearing things in there and strange things are happening and the lights are turning on, we're gonna believe it because Dave's family knows Roger very well and they know that Roger wouldn't make that type of stuff up. Ooh. Another war image. This time more modern. He does have a lot of military coats, uniforms up there, weapons.
Nothing on that one either. It's very alarming to walk in the pitch black in a maze of priceless antiques. It's yeah, it's quite unnerving. But with that, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and end my solo right here. Ryan's up next. Hopefully he has something happen. I don't want to say nothing happened, but I did have that one instance of getting cold chills. My hair was standing up there in apartment C. And like I said, that happens every time that I go through that one spot right there. So it could be environmental. But yeah, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, Ryan is up next, but make sure you hit the like button. Let's see if we can get this up to 6,000 thumbs up. But yeah, it's time for Ryan.
So I'm going to be bringing this board down there.
All right, everybody. So Ryan has just made his way into the Davis apartment building. I just finished up with my solo in there. It's kind of quiet. I'm hoping that when he spends a little bit of time in there, maybe they'll be more keen to actually
Placing this on the table.
interact with the devices that he may or may not set up. I'm assuming he's going to, but it'll be interesting to see with that dichotomy there if there is more of a presence of paranormal activity with or without the equipment going off or being set up in there, rather.
All right, I am in here alone. I have a camera right back here behind me with the music box and the spirit pod in the hallway. I'm going to be back here. We spent a lot of time in apartment B and apartment A. I'm going to be here in apartment C. Shutting off the lights. This is the same apartment where Jason and I caught what we believe to be some sort of a voice when we were doing an EVP session in here the first time. And this is the apartment where last time we were here, Dave and his senses, just going empathically what he was feeling, picked up on, felt like there was some old lady here. So, and those of you that watch the channel and have watched the channel for a while, Dave is pretty in tune with his senses. Normally when he says something's about to happen, shortly after that something happens. So in this room in here, in the far back room, there's some war memorabilia back here, which in the car when I was running Seer, there was more of a war-like scene that popped up, so I wanted to come back here. And I also want to place the Piccolo EMF music box on top of these war items. We have daggers and knives from World War II. Whoa. And of course I have Molly set up right over there with that one board that seemed to be activating the REM pod earlier. If there's anyone in here with me, my name is Ryan and I've come to speak to you. I'm in here all alone, so you don't have to be afraid. We didn't actually explain how any of this stuff works. In case you were curious, these lights, if you get near them, they'll light up, these beautiful purple lights. This, when you get close to it, will make lights like that. All you have to do is touch it or get close to the doll here and it'll light up. This will play music when there's energy around it. So if you try and get close to it, it may play music. Whoops. And all of that is here for you. Ooh. Tripwire just flashed. I didn't see the tripwire flash at all when it was in the hallway. And now being up on a table, you feel it'd be further away from any contamination sources like wiring under the floor, the electrical system that supplies power to the wall outlets and lights and stuff downstairs. Could interfere with it if it's sitting on the floor, but up on a table, that's interesting. Are you getting close to that doll or that board?
This is just my proof that I'm out here in the car while he is in there doing his session by himself. There's no funny business going on or anything like that. So it is what it is. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to catch up on all of the news on my phone here. I'm actually going to go on here and respond to some of your guys' comments. So we do look at the comments, so make sure you leave a comment, and we'll probably respond to you.
Rolling EVP session. This is Ryan in the apartment C, placing recorder down on top of the World War II artifacts. If you're here with me, can you come and put your voice right here on this box? If you get really close to it and speak, it might pick up your voice. And if you say something loud enough, I might be able to hear it when I listen to it. What's your name? My name is Ryan. Tripwire just went off. Are you getting close to that doll? If you like that doll, you can stay with it. You can follow it. You can come with us wherever we take that doll. Or you can push it over. That node by the window stopped flashing. I thought it was interference, like electrically. Were you standing over by the window? Are you over by that window? Roger wants to know why you're here. Can you tell us why exactly you are here inside this building, in these apartments? Whoa! That tripwire just went all the way around. Okay, I'm going to end on this and listen back and hear and listen for your voice. This is your last opportunity. Put your voice on that box for me. Okay, ending. I'll listen back to this really quick.
Rolling EVP session. This is Ryan in the apartment C, placing a recorder down on top of the World War II artifacts. If you're here with me, can you come and put your voice right here on this box? If you get really close to it and speak, it might pick up your voice. And if you say something loud enough, I might be able to hear it when I listen to it. What's your name? My name is Ryan. Tripwire just went off. Are you getting close to that doll? If you like that doll, you can stay with it. You can follow it. You can come with us wherever we take that doll. Or you can push it over. Node by the window stopped flashing. I thought it was interference, like electrically. Were you standing over by the window? Are you over by that window? Roger wants to know why you're here. Can you tell us why exactly you are here inside this building, in these apartments? Whoa! That tripwire just went all the way around. Okay, I'm going to end on this and listen back and hear and listen for your voice. This is your last opportunity. Put your voice on that box for me. Okay, ending.
Nothing EVP-wise. That was really interesting, though, because since I've set it up there, I haven't seen it go all the way around like that. And once again, that node by the window has stopped flashing. It's the thing we know about electricity is generally it's constant. You know, if electricity is running through the wires, causing some sort of EMF interference or contamination, it's going to be constant. When you read the EMF meter, like when we were in the other room. Put it next to the walls there, it was 3.5, but it stayed there, steady and constant. And so if that is what that was picking up on, then that would still be lit up. There's the swords I was talking about earlier. With that image that popped up on Seer in the car. Can you shut that door for me? Ooh, I have a strange feeling right here. They say they hear doors closing up here all the time. Can you push that shut for me? I'd like some privacy. I don't realize it, but I'm standing in the exact same spot that Dave identified getting chills and having a strange feeling earlier.
Now, see, guys, this is what I'm talking about. Just using your body for senses, because the hair on my arms is standing up. There's something about this area right here. Like, that probably won't show up, but my hair stands up every time I come right here. I don't know why.
So what could it be about this part of the hallway that our bodies are picking up on? How about this? On the count of 5, I'm going to count down from 5. When I get to 1, you can make a noise, you can light something up to show me where you are. I would just want to know where you are so I can speak to you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Like I said, though, in the car, if it is something residual, if it's residual energy, it's not going to be intelligently communicating. You know, it's going to be one of those situations where at whatever time, any time, the footsteps or the doors moving, and the doors may not even move when the sounds occur. There's been plenty of houses and cases of paranormal activity where they hear the sound of the door shutting, but the door doesn't actually move. It's not a physical sound from where we are. It's things from the past coming to the surface. And I believe that my first and still most impactful experience with the paranormal I have ever had, I believe it was a residual experience rather than with a spirit. And the key to that is you just have to be in the right place at the right time. If you're downstairs, you can come up. Okay, I'm going to go back to apartment C for a few minutes before I tell Dave he can come back in. I'm back. I'm going to give you one more chance to speak on this device here. You have to speak very loudly so that I can hear you. I'm going to put it right here with the doll. Rolling EVP with the doll. Stepping away. Whoa. Hello? Let me just do what I did there. Put it down, and then I stepped away. That was not me. Are you over there by the doll now? Will you speak to me? Note on the tripwire just lit up. Talk to me and tell me who you are. Tell me about you. Anything about you. Are you with the doll now, and that's why we first had some interaction with you, and then all of a sudden it stopped? Because our first offer, immediately you came with the doll? You went to the doll? How many of you are up here if you can hear me and you can speak? Did you live in this building? Are you happy here? All right, grabbing recorder. Ending. Okay.
Rolling EVP with the doll. Stepping away. Whoa. Hello? Are you over there by the doll now? Will you speak to me? Her fire just lit up. Over there by the doll now? Will you speak to me? Her fire just lit up. Talk to me and tell me.
I kind of hear something there.
Are you over there by the doll now? Will you speak to me? Her fire just lit up.
I almost hear a faint "I will."
Will you
Let me do that one more
to
time.
me? Are you over there by the doll now? Will you speak to me? Her fire just lit up.
It sounds like an "I will."
By the doll. That was not me. Are you over there by the doll
I'm gonna
now?
amplify it.
Will you speak to me? Her fire just lit up.
Do you hear that? I hear something there. I am hearing something, but it's not a voice. Because if you watch the footage, I move my arm to point at the tripwire as it lit up. Note on the tripwire just lit up. My jacket rustling caused a faint sound that my brain is interpreting as a voice. This is a perfect example of apophenia, and this audio is debunked. Well, with that, it's been 30 minutes of me being up here, so I'm going to go out and bring Dave back in. I'm going to let this roll in here. So let's go down and get Dave and bring him back in here. That going off was interesting, and I don't want to cut on that camera yet. Because since we were setting up for abandonment, none of those REM devices have gone off in any way. Can't see, gotta turn the camera around. Guess I gotta be careful around all the breakables.
All right, Dave audio going back inside.
But nothing in apartment A.
No.
Literally nothing. That was my butt. The hell? Whoa. Hello?
If you don't like that thing, you can push it down the steps.
That has not gone off. Well, that's interesting.
If you don't like it, push it down the steps.
It wasn't residual, because residual static from you moving it wouldn't have lasted that long.
No.
It started off soft and then got stronger. You want to try it again? Like touch it, pick it up by the antenna, and then set it down, and then walk away.
Yeah, but I felt like I walked through a cobweb right there.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
There was the little residual blip that you would expect from the static from your hand. But then nothing after that.
No. Interesting.
It's the first time that thing's gone off since we were in Iowa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's not.
I just moved, fellas. Let me try that again. I moved as I went off.
Okay.
Never mind.
And then let me move how I did? No. To be fair, this is the first time we've used it since we were in Iowa, but...
To be fair, I didn't even know it went off in Iowa, so...
It did when we were there during the day at the house.
I forgot.
You're witnessing in real time, everyone, how Dave's brain works.
It doesn't.
It does for about 3 to 5 seconds, and then it's gone.
Yes. Yep.
It's like, I don't even remember it going off in Iowa. Meanwhile, he tried to stomp like an elephant to get it to go off again, and it wouldn't.
Don't remember that either.
That wasn't even a month ago, guys. Wasn't even a month ago that we filmed that. There she is.
Well, that's not creepy or anything. Wow.
Can you give us one last of the green light that you made light up to red? Can you do it one more time for us?
What about that doll by those purple lights? Can you push that doll over? Can you push it back?
Let's give it a good shove.
I don't know. I kind of feel like maybe whatever or whoever might be up here. I don't want to say they don't like me, but like nothing ever happens when I'm up here.
Well, I was telling the camera when I was walking through apartment B that to me, this place gives off a very strong residual vibe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, to me, in all the time that we, like, the 2 times, yeah, all the times, the 2 times we investigated here, the only thing we'd ever capture are sounds here and there, and then, you know, some equipment interaction and stuff like that, which I don't even think we had any equipment interaction last time we were here. So
I don't think so.
It never seems to actually be. It has never felt like someone's communicating, and I feel like what Roger and Claudia are experiencing could be just the energy, the past replaying itself from when people lived up here and people were shopping in the store downstairs, and this was the home of the owner up here.
I agree. I agree with that.
I feel like, because everything they've described seems very residual. They hear the footsteps. They hear the doors opening and closing. The lights turn on.
Yeah, I would say that's a fair assumption from everything that we've and haven't experienced,
Mm-hmm. And who knows, maybe when we watch the abandonment footage back, we'll get a better idea of what we didn't experience, but maybe happened while we weren't in here.
Sure. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. With that, guys, if you enjoyed this investigation, if you have any thoughts or any comments about our assessment of what we captured, and even any thoughts about our tactics, the things that we did, the things that we tried, the experiments, leave those in the comments down below. And if you made it all the way to this point in the video, make sure you leave a comment down below that says, "Good golly, Miss Molly, welcome to the Paranormal Quest team."
Oh yeah.
Because you're going to be seeing a lot more of Miss Molly. She's going to be coming with us to some of the most haunted places in the world, and we're going to see if we can maybe get her some sort of spirit attachment that will hopefully one day prove the theory that people say that dolls and objects can be haunted.
Yeah, and I'll be interested once she is haunted to see if you're still going to make kissy sounds towards her.
I didn't make kissy sounds towards her. That was the camera scooting across the table. I didn't make kissy sounds.
Leave a comment below. Did he make kissy sounds towards that doll?
Y'all believe what you want to believe. I have no shame. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button, and if you're new here, subscribe to the channel.
Do it. It's free.
And we'll see you on the next episode, on the next adventure of our paranormal quest.
Yeah, it's ours.
And Miss Molly's.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Bye!
Bye!
Did you just make kissy sounds to that doll?
That was the camera on the table squeaking when I set it down. What do you think I'm over here like?
I literally thought that's what you did.